I love my job. I love my job.
One of those days.
I love my job. People magazine named our next guest one of the 50 most beautiful people in the world, and he's walked the runway for designers like Ralph Lauren, Calvin Klein, and Gucci.
And here to discuss what it feels like to be one of the most sexiest men on the planet, why he's taking it all off for a charity, and his new life on the big screen is no other than Lola's second husband, in case you didn't know, supermodel Tyson Beckford.
Did you just propose to him on my behalf?
Yeah, I got your back.
Good looking out, Sharon. Thank you. Okay, so back to our marriage. I mean, I'm sorry, back to your...
Back to the show. So before we start talking about your illustrious career and how successful you are, let's discuss this new ad campaign that had Lola speechless last week, which, mind you, doesn't ever happen. But you started to bear it all for this campaign, but it's actually for a good cause to provide awareness to prostate cancer. Excuse me. Explain.
It was brought to me like a couple months before if I would do it, but I didn't know it was I'd have to reveal myself. I thought I'd just stand there and just take a picture, but then they said, hey, you got to do this. You're going to have to pull your pants down. I said, really?
Say what?
Okay. Then you kind of get the concept of it, because when you open the magazine, you see it, and it's like, oh, now that I've gotten your attention, read down some more, and then you'll find out why we're doing it.
Okay,
so that was
shock factor for
the shock factor works.
Okay.
I was just in the green room and found out that your next guest, Nigel Barker, did it as well, too. So
He did?
Yeah.
Did we have that picture?
I know, right?
Yeah, a few of the men have done it. And I must tell you, he looks real good,
didn't
too.
I, God? Thank you.
There you go. You guys,
Oh, my
you got
God.
a packed show of half-naked men today.
I tell you, well, it was actually done. The prostate cancer ad was done for Cosmo in the UK, and that's actually is where your show is also being filmed. Britain and Ireland's Next Top Model. So how does it feel to be a judge and helping pick and decide the future of these next generation of models?
It feels really good. I mean, I've done guest appearance on Top Model with Tyra and Nigel as well, and they brought me on, and it was just like, at first it was a little rocky, but then once I got my bearings and figured out how to do it and just do it my way and not try to follow the British way, it was pretty good.
Okay.
Because they have a certain way they like to do things, and the way that I see fashion is a little bit different from how they see it. So
how does it differ?
I just see it in more where it's going, not where it's at right now at the present time. So I try to look to the future, because when I had come into the business, I had kind of like changed the way men were viewed.
Absolutely.
And it was,
you're being modest.
Yeah,
you completely changed the way.
Yeah, we definitely tried to do that, and I think I'm trying to do that with the women as well. Try to find that next level, that the one that can, if she can sing, we'll use that. If she can, if she can act, she can commentate. You're kind of trying to find that supermodel again, even though, quote unquote, there is no more supermodels.
The triple threat.
The triple threat, exactly. Talk to us about how you were discovered. It's a very fascinating story.
It's I just so happened to be at the right place at the right time, because I started off, a lot of people don't know it, I started off as an actor.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
I was studying acting and all of that, and someone said to me, hey, why don't you just be in this magazine? And I said, really? I mean, how's that going to help? And they kind of explained, it's like having a 8x10, but it's on the newsstands. So I said, you know what? I'm going to run with it.
You're going to run with it.
I eventually went to see Beth Ann Hardison when she had her agency.
The legendary Beth Ann Hardison. We had her on our show a few weeks ago.
Yeah, did you? She didn't like me at first. Did she tell you that?
No.
She didn't think she didn't find me very good looking at all. So her assistant did, and they asked me to come back later on in the day. So, 2 hours later I came back, and then, voila.
And now you consider her like your godmother, right?
Yeah, she's like my mother, my godmother, my girlfriend.
Everything.
She's everything. She's everything. Yeah.
So then we know how you started now. So when did you know that you really struck it big, that you were like, I'm a supermodel, I can't believe this?
Your producer asked me this, and I told her it was when we did the Ralph Lauren. Yeah, when I saw the pages of Ralph Lauren in the Vibe magazine back then, and it was very like, okay, now I made it.
Did you realize how groundbreaking that was at that moment?
I didn't. I didn't. I really didn't. It was so weird, because I remember the day distinctly, because someone had showed it to me, that day, and I didn't see, you know, I guess they come out that morning. I didn't see it till maybe 5, 6 p.m. in the afternoon. You know, I normally don't see anything. Someone else has to tell me, you know. So I was just like, wow, okay. This is serious.
Yeah, right.
You know, and just to see the whole polo ad and a black image there, which I had never seen in my lifetime.
And
So
you're
it
considered
was-
to be the first black male supermodel. When you hear those words, what does that
kinda
mean
big,
to you?
That's, I mean, it's still, every time I hear it, I'm very shocked. Like, really, me?
Yeah.
Tyson?
Yeah, you,
So,
Tyson.
You know, with that comes a lot of responsibility, I guess, you know, and it's something that, like, I was just pushed right into it, you know. So I just recently shot the new Ralph Lauren campaigns. I have the pictures, but I can't show it to you.
Oh, come on.
I can't.
We need an exclusive.
They get mad at me.
Okay, after
but
the
it's,
show.
It's very, yeah, for sure, yeah, after the
Okay.
show. But yeah, it's a big deal to go back 13 years later and work with them again. Yeah.
Well, okay, that
So-
first caught you off guard at how big it was, but
Yeah.
what about your unforgettable Toni Braxton video, Unbreak
that
My
was-
Heart? Did you know it was going to be such an iconic moment for you?
No, I
was
didn't have any
huge.
idea, but
Really?
Billy Woodruff, who directed it, he knew. So you know, I just rolled with him and trusted what his vision was, and Toni was down, and I said, okay, let's do it. So you know, it just you never know when you leave the house, when you go to work, how big or what it's going to have an impact on the world.
But in a weird instance of life imitating art, you were actually in a car accident.
I was in a car accident,
And
not a
you-
motorcycle
Not
accident.
a motorcycle
People-
accident, but a car
people get-
accident.
yeah, I got in the
and
car
you
accident.
barely escaped.
Yeah,
Tell us
I
what
barely-
happened.
I just, you know what? It
And
was,
clearly your face wasn't affected.
Yeah,
so-
well, no, my face was. I mean, I broke my eye socket. I had 9 stitches in my eyelid, knocked out a tooth. I was bad, bruised shoulder, collarbone. It was really bad. But you know what I learned from that?
What?
We're not going to be here forever. So everything that you have to do it now, and do it with the guidance of God, and hopefully, you know, you'll be guided in the right direction, and you'll leave a promising mark.
So what have you changed in your life after that accident? What are you doing differently?
I do a lot more charity stuff.
Okay.
I do a lot more charity stuff. I spend my time doing other things, just other than doing stuff for myself, you know, and try to spend as much time with family and friends as possible, because you just never know,
Right.
you know.
Were you
So-
worried that that accident would have ended your modeling career? I mean, when you have
know what?
stitches and a busted eye
I
socket and things like that.
I remember
and you
the
make your money from your
paramedics.
face and your body, so to
I
have it
remember
banged
the
up.
paramedics I remember the police officer saying to me, "Wow, you probably won't model anymore." And I was looking
They
at him
said that?
like, yeah, and I was like,
Wow.
"You really think I'm thinking about that right now?" I said, "I'm in pain. Get me to the hospital.
Right.
Get me some painkiller, something." You don't really, when you're in that situation, you don't think about those things, you know? I was thinking about my son, my family. I was pretty much thinking about everything else besides what I want to do for a living. You know what I mean? That's just something that you don't think about when you're in that situation. You think about loved ones, people that you hope to want to see later, you know? But, you know, they weren't life-threatening injuries. And then, you know, I just went home and healed up. You know, it took me 6 months, but I'm back. And I think I'm stronger and better now.
Back and better than ever.
You are back, my friend. You are back.
Oh, gosh. So with your going out and doing more charity work and helping others, especially with the television show, what advice would you give to other male models who are trying to follow in your footsteps?
I always look at the camera and tell them, man, don't get in this business.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Why?
No, I don't. In a way, there's a love-hate for the business, because there's a lot of sacrifices that need to be made. There's the private life, which you don't have anymore to a certain extent. And, you know, it's a lot of hard work. And a lot of times you might be told, oh, you should be a model, you have a great look, you know, but you might not be photogenic. You might not have the height. You might not be able to walk. You might not have the charisma or be charismatic with the camera, you know, and it's not for everyone. And the worst thing to do is to be built up to it, and then you never make it. You know, I've seen a lot of guys come in this business, and they've come in, you know, with a great attitude, but left angry, you know, because they felt like they've wasted so many years trying to get in and couldn't get in, you know. And I've seen a lot of guys do that, and it's tough. It's tough. I've seen women do it too, and it's really a tough business because you're under a microscope. you know, you're being looked at in every different way, and they're looking for flaws. You know, nobody's perfect.
Right.
You know, I mean, I still got a crooked nose from being broken. You know, but nobody's perfect. You know?
I think Lola would beg to differ.
Yeah. So.
Well, let's talk about the tattoos. Help or hurt a career? I mean, you're
I would
tatted
tell-
up. From
yeah,
you've got sleeves.
Yeah, I've got sleeves.
Right.
I think when I was doing it, it was no one else was doing it, and I think if someone was to come and try to do it now, it'd be different. You know, it's a different world now where it's more accepting. When I was doing it, it wasn't so much accepting, and for a long time when I was working for Ralph Lauren, they would airbrush them out. So a lot of people didn't know for a long time, unless you saw me out, you know, and I'm wearing a tank top or something. But normally I forget they're there,
You
and I
forget.
think others do too sometimes, because my skin is so dark it doesn't like pop out like a white guy with tattoos. You know?
So how many do you have?
Oh, I don't even know. I lost
It's one
count.
big one, huh?
Yeah, I stopped counting after like 35, because then
Okay.
they start to connect,
Yeah,
and they
true.
become sleeves and,
All right.
and stuff. So you just lose count after a while.
So tell
but
us
no
what-
more though. I think I've had it.
Oh, that's
Okay,
what they
you're done with
always
that.
say.
You're-
No, I haven't gotten a tattoo in a good few years now, maybe
Okay.
5, maybe
Well,
maybe shorter.
You're done with the tattoos, but
Yeah.
you're not slowing down in your career. Tell us
No,
about,
not at
now
all.
you're doing a Monster headphone
Oh yeah, now
spokesperson
I'm
thing.
I
You're in
just
a
signed
movie.
a deal with Monster
Okay.
Audio, and I get to work with cool people. I get to work with Swiss Beats, Exhibit, so many other brand ambassadors for the brand, and you know it gets me around music again. And you know I used to also produce music, so I kind of want to get back into that again.
Okay.
You know, now that I'm slowing down a bit more with the fashion.
What kind of music?
I started off with reggae music.
Really?
Being from Jamaica, that's
Oh,
where
true.
I grew up
Okay.
on. You know, big Bob Marley fan, big
okay.
fan of the Marleys. So I kind of grew up on that. Peter Tosh, all of that old school reggae stuff. So I kind of want to get back into that again, you know.
You're Jamaican with a hint of Chinese as well.
Jamaican, well, the Chinese had come to Jamaica in the 1800s.
Okay.
So that's how I got mixed up. We had the Portuguese come. I'm part Portuguese, Panamanian, Chinese, and Jamaican.
Little
and
melting
Spaniard.
pot.
Yeah. 'Cause a
Lola's
lot-
like,
a
I like
lot-
some gumbo.
A lot of those different ethnicities.
Will you stop it? I can shamelessly flirt by
Sorry.
myself. Thank you. I don't need your help. Anyway, I like gumbo. No, I'm kidding.
There's nothing wrong with it. I like gumbo
No,
too.
but on a more
Minus
serious
the
note,
sausage.
you're also making the transition into acting, now.
Acting, yes,
You
I'm
were in
more
Zoolander.
serious.
You were
I was
really
in
funny in
Zoolander,
Zoolander.
yes,
You were
yes.
hysterical in Zoolander, but
thank you.
You're tackling more serious work.
I'm
Talk to us
tackling
about
more
that really
serious
quickly.
stuff now. My next film is called Addicted, also directed by Billy Woodruff.
Oh, nice.
Stars Boris Kodjoe, Sharon Leal, Tasha Smith, and many others. It's a really, you know, and can't forget William Levy. Oh, my God, if I forget William. It's about a woman who's addicted to sex, basically.
What?
So she meets
Darn,
these
what a
two
hard
guys.
job you
Yeah,
have.
she meets these two guys, and she's married to Boris Kodjoe. So the two guys are on the side. I play the rich guy who hangs out in the club and gets her into bad things like ecstasy and Molly and
The bad
stuff.
boy.
Yeah,
Oh
I'm the
my
bad boy.
goodness.
So I'm pretty good at playing the bad boy.
Uh-oh.
And then William Levy plays the artist that
Okay.
she's working with and falls in love with.
Well, how difficult was it for you to transition from being just a model to being, you know, a serious actor and not just a pretty boy in a movie?
It's tough because you're looked at as the pretty boy as soon as
Right.
you get on set. You know,
Yeah.
and the first people to dig into you are the Teamsters. They'll dig into you, and then the grips, and then you know the electrical guys and all those other guys. But once you like open your mouth and start to do the scenes, and they're like, wait a minute, this guy's getting the scenes in 3 takes, so he's really, you know, he's really serious. So I studied with a lot of different teachers here in New York, and it's like you still got to go to class because it's like, you know, a basketball player taking that practice shot, that jump shot every day. You still have to keep tight with the craft.
Well, speaking of teaching, can you teach Shannon how to walk, or at least,
Oh, God,
or
seriously?
at least give him some supermodel swagger?
I used to model.
The part.
Actually,
Yeah,
I think we
believe
have
it.
one of my model pictures here.
Really? I wanna
yeah,
see it.
I
I
used to
wanna
model
see it.
from time to
Okay,
time.
let's take a
Check
look.
out one of
Sure.
my modeling pictures. See that?
That body looks familiar.
I was gonna take the shirt off, you know, but you know,
Oh,
there we go.
Oh my God.
Man, you know, you can. I do need a stunt double.
Yeah. Let me know. I got you.
We got the same build.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I've been working out,
yeah.
getting in the gym lately.
I just, you know what it is? We as New Yorkers, we walk everywhere, and we walk with determination. So that's how I walk when I'm on the runway. I don't think about nothing else. I walk like I got to get to the end,
Okay.
and I got to get back and take my clothes off and say.
All right. Well, I'm gonna walk off set so you and Lola can have a
Okay,
moment.
yeah.
And,
All right. And then,
and I'll be back in a little bit.
remember, walk with the.
like a
There you go. There you go. Yes.
All right,
yes.
go,
You put a
Shannon.
little
Work
George
it.
Y'all
Jefferson
close it
in
out. I'll continue walking.
There you go. You put a little George
A little
Jefferson
swagger.
in it. That's it. He's playing a three-piece.
All
Don't
right.
hurt 'em.
All right. And
Now
you're watching Rise Entertainment 360. I'm going to save you from yourself, Shannon.
That's it.
Tyson, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah,
you
you're
were
welcome.
awesome.
Thank you.